Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Harness. Welcome to Questplay Skyrim, AZALEA'S Adventures, Chapter 21. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. So last time we had the chance to explore Bleak Falls Barrow. We picked up the Dragonstone. Now we are just exploring a few loose ends in Falkreath. There was a couple of quests that we had to do here. And yeah, so if you're joining me for the first time, welcome. Glad to have you here. Just a kind of quick introduction of our characters. So this is Azalea. She is our protagonist, along with Inigo and Lucian, who are both added by mods. So I've had the chance to play with Inigo on another playthrough, and I thoroughly enjoy his personality. I've never had the chance to play with Lucian before, but I am finding it kind of cool how the two of them interact with each other. It really just kind of helps bring the world of Skyrim to life a little bit more. And yeah, so we're becoming quite the motley crew of adventurers here. Alright, and with all of that out of the way, I hope you guys will join me for Chapter 21 as we clear out a couple of caves near Falkreath, and then from there we're gonna go turn in the Dragonstone. Alright, so this Dragonstone, actually let me take a better look at it. That I have a quiet moment. Interesting. That almost looks like a map of Skyrim. I'm not sure what that language is on the back, but I wonder if it's related to those walls. Oh. It seems like maybe some of the characters are similar? Interesting. Okay. Alright, so we need to head south, which is not that direction. Keep kind of continuing on through the road as we go here. Also, Lucian gave me a dwarven spear of some kind. What does it do? Okay, so I'm missing images.
I've been meaning to ask you something. Got a moment?
Yes. What's up?
Look, I know I'm not very good at practical things. You know, combat. I rely on you to win our battles, and I shouldn't. So I suppose I was wondering, do you think you could train me?
I mean, I'm pretty new to all of this myself, but I definitely think I can help you with horse riding lessons. So let's get started as soon as we have the time.
Can't wait to get cracking.
Yeah, let's actually, now that I think about it, I'd like to start your training.
You would? Now? All right then. Where shall we start?
Alright, I'm going to teach you how to block.
Great. Wait, you're not going to hit me, are you? Ow. 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 Ow.
Alright, I'd also like to ask you something.
My brain is ready for picking.
Good. That's actually all I wanted to know for now.
What's next?
Well, I mean, we're probably gonna keep hitting you. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes. Voice power, ancient Nord hearts. I tell you what, the Dragonborn comes. I think I didn't get the lyrics right. I always heard the bards at the college singing that song fairly frequently. Okay, alright, looks like we're back at Bandit Bridge. Hopefully still... Nope. Okay, well, looks like there's a few bandits here still. Thought we got them all last time. They're just gonna stand there. Good shot, Inigo. Jeez. It's, oh. I don't know what you did to yourself. But, yeah. Let's continue on our way here. Alright, so I think we're gonna need to go through Helgen again. Although... Oh dear. Alright, I'm gonna need to learn more about Spriggans.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Do you have any food for sale? I'll take some venison. Gotta be careful traveling around, friend. Okay. A bandit camp. Ow. Just like a bear trap. Okay, but yeah, so we are gonna head through Helgen, and then we just kind of keep right. Okay. Uh-oh.
But I was just wondering, have you considered not trying to hurt me?
Alright, heal myself and you guys up. Alright. Ah, the devastation here is just mind-boggling. It's like, how could so much have happened? Whoa, racism. Okay. Stay down then. Oh, Jesus, there you go. He surrendered. He didn't have to cut off its head. I mean, maybe he did. Alright, I'm gonna heal myself up for a second. No, it's not a waste. We better go help out Lucian. He's still not great at combat yet. I mean, not that I am, but... Oh. Whew. So, we need to... Okay. Didn't stop here. Is there a direct path? Alright, I think I went in circles here a little bit. Okay. There should be a road that goes that way. Don't see an easy road. Scale the mountain. If can be avoided. anyone ask, I totally know which way we were going. Right, didn't he go? Right. Alright, so we should be coming up on that grotto. Seen it. It's definitely, yeah. Right. Well, we know there was some strange noises coming from this cave. That's about all we have to go on. Oh, there's a bunch of wolves.
Just like the rest of us.
Oh, there's another one. Set it. Go. Oh, like a horror adventure. Oh. So far. Okay, it's creepy singing. Don't worry. Dearest Finn, I am keeping this series of journals as you recommended so that these pages will serve as memories when my own mind fails. Already, what was once a great atlas of experiences, thoughts, and recollections is now nothing but a white sheet, an empty canvas. Yet the fear still exists that I may misplace these journals, or forget your sage advice altogether. In time, I fear I will cease to remember my own name. Thankfully, my more immediate concerns allow me a moment of respite from the worries of tomorrow. As I attempt to cross the Gerald Mountains, I now understand why you countenanced your dread when I told you of my plans. However, it is not the ogres or the ice wraiths that claim the most lives here. It is the hunger and the cold. Yesterday I found a camp just off the main trail. A young woman was seated by a pile of wood dressed in black linen robe. Her body shivered awkwardly, and she greeted me through a chatter of teeth. Jocelyn was her name. She was having trouble lighting the fire. She claimed to be well versed in destruction magic, which was not surprising given her garb. In fact, she was able to handle all but the most of rudimentary spells. Flames. When she said the word, I couldn't help but notice a deep sadness in her eyes, as if her mind had recalled some long forgotten regret. At such times, I am almost thankful that my own memory fails me. Her eyes shone with a similar melancholy when I asked her if she had studied at the college. She only nodded her head. To make conversation, I inquired who was teaching restoration there, knowing full well I wouldn't remember the name. Fortunately, this journal may prove more resilient than a niece, she said. She had studied under a woman named Niece. Keys. Interesting. I have no idea why all those up. Hello? Why are you just sitting in a cave, humming, surrounded by dead wolves?
Ah, greetings, fellow traveler. I apologize for my singing. I didn't realize I had an audience.
I mean, it was standing right in front of you.
I sometimes fashion myself a bard or a sword singer of legend.
It's a beautiful song.
It's more ominous than beautiful.
Yeah, I suppose I was right.
But I suppose its melody won't lack for suitors. Maybe not now, but in time.
Are you an adventurer of some sort?
Hardly. In my time with the wolves, I did a lot of small favors. Pest control, muscle jobs, or hunting down petty thieves. As someone who spent half her life in the slums and the other half tracking and hunting forest game, this work came easy. Unfortunately, raiding caves, Draugr crypts, ghost ships and spider dens are another matter entirely.
So, what does that make you?
I don't know, but I don't have the skills to survive as an adventurer. You need to know which mushrooms are food and which ones are poison. You have to learn how to sleep on a bed of rock and with one eye open. And, as a hunter, you have to get used to the idea of being prey. The worst part is, you might spend a week in some crypts and have no treasure to show for it. So you also have to learn to handle disappointment.
Yeah.
Yet it's not the size of a cave that worries me, but what lives inside it. Particularly the caves marked by the Falmer.
What marking do you speak of?
The former marked the entrance to their caves with a sculpture of painted bones. I'm repulsed by it, but I don't think I could venture into a cave if I wasn't sure those things weren't looming beneath. The markings help.
You sound like you almost resent your work with the companions.
Resent is probably too strong of a word. My time with the wolves was disappointing, but only because I had a false impression of who they were.
What did you think that they could have done for you?
As a child, I thought they could protect me. As a woman, I thought they would groom me. It was naive to think so. Wolves may run in packs, but there's a hierarchy, and a competitive one. Whatever skill or strength I gained, I earned on my own.
The melody you sung, it's not as common as some of the other local favorites.
No, I imagine it isn't. Few have ever heard it, and even fewer understand what it's about. Some say it's a quiet song of glory, while others will tell you it tells the loudest of tragedies. You see, to be a companion, to be part of the circle, one must give up a piece of their humanity. It was not something I was willing to give. So I left my shield brothers and sisters and set out on my own. I figured I needed time to myself, and I've grown weary of saying goodbye.
I imagine it was a difficult choice to make.
Not at all. The choice was easy. I've always been suspicious of easy power. The only strength that you can truly rely on is the kind that's earned.
Understood. Have you ever thought of returning?
No. And it has nothing to do with the circle. That's why I left, but there's a different reason why I won't return.
Oh. Why won't you return to your Basker? Whiterun.
When I was a child, I thought of nothing else but joining the fabled companions. Not out of some desire to be a hero, but because I believed there was no safer place to live than inside the great mead hall of Yvaska. I remember kneeling on the steps, drenched in wet rags, the clouds practically screaming the rain. It must have looked so pitiful, begging Skjord to take me in. Yet it wasn't pity he gave me, but scorn. Who do you think we are, girl? He said. Yvaska is not an orphanage. He was right. All my life I'd sought the protection of others, when I should have been learning to protect myself.
We all do rely on others to some extent. Surely you've not come this far without help.
True. There are many times when I have relied on the strength of others, and each time it has only served to hinder my own development. I once travelled with a companion. You might even call him a friend. For years I would rely on him for food, for warmth, and for someone to talk to. But what if the day came when I couldn't summon his aid? And then what would become of me? No, that wasn't going to be my fate.
How did you eventually become a companion?
The wolves will recruit any fighter who is strong and virtuous, for there are few in
Keep
this
calling
world
them
who are.
wolves.
My chance came about 7 summers ago, when the city held a tournament to celebrate the birth of the Jarl's son.
What happened?
I was a girl not even flowered, and the crowd behind me laughed and jeered when I requested to enter my name on the archers list. But all went silent when Jarl and Greymane vouched for me, and paid for my entrance with a dagger from the Skyforge.
Why do you think Yorlin vouched for you?
From his view atop the Skyforge, he'd seen me grow from a child who could barely knock an arrow to one who could bullseye a flame. He watched me train outside Yvaska day and night, in the chills of winter and the rains of spring, so that I could one day earn my way inside. And on that day, there was not an archer in Whiterun whose aim was more true. Not Aethys or Irileth, not even Ayla the Huntress would best me.
Color me impressed. I'm only familiar with Irileth, but casting them must have been an impressive feat.
I was fortunate. Ayla's a more skillful archer than I, but on that day she was not at her best, and I was never better.
Interesting. Found anything of interest here?
Nothing. Just the usual trinkets surrounded by corpses, blood and bones.
That does seem to be the way it usually
The bandit
goes.
corpse over there is still fresh. Looks like I arrived here before the wolves could desecrate it. The face on that one looked familiar. I almost thought it was someone I knew. A friend's, cousin's, uncle or something. What does that make us? Strangers. But even the death of a stranger seems like something worth mourning.
I mean, I don't really have any particular love for bandits, but we should at least bury his body.
You're welcome to. It's not something you want to make a habit out of doing, though. I mean, if I could, I would give them all proper burials. But there isn't enough time in this lifetime and the next.
I suppose there's not. Alright, well, for your time. Alright, so I guess the weird sounds were just her singing. Okay. Initiate any kind of burial here. Interesting. So, I guess those were the strange noises coming from Greywater Grotto. Young girl singing. Trying to find her way in the world. I don't know why that was so noteworthy that somebody sent me to investigate it. But that can't be helped. To keep going south here a little bit to find that book. Hopefully it's not super far off the main road. Looks like we're gonna be camping out tonight, so let's get some firewood here. Ow. Around. South. Careful on the way down, guys. Oh, this is something else. Bone Chill Passage. Well, Hopefully this comes out on the other side of the mountain.
Underground. Well, dead underground anyway.
Our walls. Sure if this does cut through the mountain or not. Yeah. Alright, we've come out of the far side of the mountain here. But I don't think that actually gets us. Yeah, we need to go down south. Dang it. Alright. I think it's time to build a fire. Call it for the evening. Let's place our tents down. Why don't you guys take a seat, relax. All right. Take some of my thoughts here. So it's currently the 9th of Frostfall, 4th era, year 201. The last couple of weeks have been quite interesting. We made our way to the College of Winterhold, because basically I want to learn more about magic there. Figured that would be the best place to start. We've learned a few rudimentary spells, but we still have a long way to go. While there, we explored a Nordic rune called Sarthal, which housed some kind of orb that we need to find out what it does. So in the process of doing that, we were asked by Urag, the librarian at the college, to pick up a couple inites. Some of those items were here or near Falkreath, so Inigo and I decided to journey to Falkreath. We journeyed to Falkreath. We met somebody named Lucian Flavius here. From there, we journeyed east to Helgen. We found that Helgen had been destroyed by a dragon. So, we were asked to go to Whiterun, go to Dragon's Reach, the palace there, and basically warn them about the incoming danger. We did that, and now we kind of find ourselves back on the path to looking for some of those books that Urag was interested in. So tomorrow we'll have to journey a little further south, it looks like. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up for chapter 21. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you all next time.